The frightening thing about Villanova isn't that the Wildcats can make 18 three-pointers on the biggest stage and force proud old Kansas to substitute disappointment with awe after a Final Four blowout. It's plenty terrifying, but here's what should really make blood curdle: that shooting trick, nearly impossible to replicate, is merely a superfluous exhibition that gets the attention of the casual observer. Considering the Wildcats' red hot is actually restrictive praise for them. They're so much more, and they know it, and they're determined to show it. The Wildcats don't need to stay this hot, or even close to it, to beat Michigan and win the national title Monday night. They just need to pull out something else from the most diverse and enviable repertoire in men's college basketball. They can win with shooting. They can win with defense, rebounding and toughness. They can win by turning to the nation's best player, point guard Jalen Brunson, or by telling their humble future NBA draft lottery pick, Mikal Bridges, to take over, or by their preferred method, distributing the ball without bias to all 6 of their top players, all of whom are capable of scoring 25 on any given night. It took until the final weeks of the season, but the dominant team the sport lacked this season has emerged. The Wolverines must play their best, devise a clever game plan and receive some luck to prevent Villanova from capturing its second championship in 3 years. The Wildcats' greatest competition might be swelling expectations. They opened as 6.5-point favorites over Michigan, which makes them the largest NCAA title game heavyweight since Duke was favored by 7 over Butler in 2010. Right now, Coach Jay Wright has the team with the healthiest culture in a sport full of programs with identity issues, and the Wildcats are also the most enjoyable team to watch. Many consider them the Golden State Warriors of the NCAA, which is a stretch if you're talking talent but quite accurate when you consider their combination of shooting and defensive ability. They are far from invincible, and they have 4 losses this season to prove it. But they're playing their best basketball now and shrugging while everyone else showers them with admiration. "That's as good a team as we've played against that I can remember," Kansas coach Bill Self said after his team's 95-79 loss Saturday night. Said Kansas center Udokas Ubuike, "It was unreal. I had never seen that before. It lowered our confidence a little bit, and they were just shooting and making everything, it seemed." It wasn't just that Villanova tied the Final Four record of 13 three-pointers before halftime. The Wildcats' defense forced Kansas to play at an uncomfortably fast pace. On both ends, they dictated everything that happened. Unlike previous Villanova squads, this one can play with 5 shooters on the floor and still have good size, with a starting front court that goes 6'7", 6'9" and 6'9". It used to be that the Wildcats would have to play 4 smallish guards and a center. Now they're a matchup nightmare without having to employ cat-and-mouse strategies. You won't find another perimeter-oriented squad that can match Villanova's physical style, either. It's a system, a discipline and a mentality that Wright has perfected since turning to it exclusively about 12 years ago.